Yo guys, what up? Nick Browen here. Today I'm giving you a new series on my channel that I do not know what I'm going to call yet. However, I'm going to name this one appropriately and call it My Hatred for Ajit Pai. The living incarnation of the Willy Wonka's Oompa Loompas. That's what this guy is. He has a plump ass face. He is a deceitful snake in the grass. He is very disrespectful, and he deserves more shit than anyone at the moment. Now, for any of you who do not know this very disgusting man, I'm going to give you a brief rundown on why this man is a complete shithead. He's pretty much going to be controlling the entirety of the internet along with Comcast and Comcast. That's pretty the biggest note right there. Comcast. He wants us to pay for our internet in these tier packages. Pretty much saying, for this, this, and this, you gotta pay this amount. For this, this, and this, you gotta pay this amount. And so on and so forth. You get the picture. Essentially, what he's saying is, fuck you all. I want your money. Ajit Pai is a man who I have to give props for because he is deceitful, and I can't deny it. Deceit is a very clever tactic in all of this, especially when you've been misleading information to the people, to certain media outlets, so on and so forth. When you're trying to manipulate the public, I gotta give him props there. It's a smart tactic, a shitty tactic, but a smart one. Shitty as in, you're a shit person for using this tactic, not shitty like it's terrible, because like I said, it's smart. But that's besides the point. Ajit Pai essentially is like I said, the incarnation of an Oompa Loompa from Willy Wonka. He is also very much like the Khajiit race from Skyrim. If any of you have played Skyrim, that's very much what he is like. He's a thief. He wants to rob you of your money, as well as your innocence, because if we're being honest here, he is fucking us hard with his repeal of net neutrality. So, I mean, with that being said, he's taken our innocence away. And any of you who have not heard of Ajit Pai, well, now your innocence has been taken as well. Now, I'm going to go into several topics about Ajit Pai, one of which is the one I want to get over quickly and scorn him the most for, and that is how fucking disrespectful this man is. And you may be wondering, well, how has he been disrespectful? He's disrespected the law, first and foremost, by not addressing the fraud that is in his works, that being the FCC. On top of that, I don't know the specifics around it. However, I do know that it has been proven that there is some form of obstruction of justice behind the FCC as well. On top of that, he has not been listening to the American people. A majority of us, I believe the last count I remember that was tallied, was 83% of us wanted net neutrality to stay. We wanted a free and open internet, and he just said, you know what, fuck you guys. I'm going to go along with my repeal against net neutrality because I want your money. And finally, probably the worst of it all was when, I believe her name was Clyburn. I could be wrong, but there was a meeting held during the vote to repeal Ajit Pai's repeal for net neutrality. A woman, for someone, I don't know who, I don't know the specifics, but she gave a 20-minute inspiring speech about why Ajit Pai's repeal of net neutrality is a terrible idea, why it's going to damage us, and why it's going to hurt the internet in its entirety. And to just show you guys what happened, here's a clip of it.
Thank you, Commissioner Clyburn. I'm going to mark you down as a no. So that's Commissioner O'Reilly.
Brah fucking oh, you just made an ass out of yourself, Ajit Pai. That was incredibly disrespectful. A woman gave a 20-minute speech of pure inspiration, dedication, and devotion to a free and open internet. And what do? You make a joke out of it. You make a joke out of a very serious issue. You sit there and say, I'm going to mark you down as a no, right? Thank you. Proceed to chuckle. The room chuckles. That is the embodiment of disrespect. On top of that, he has recently been bitching and moaning about the American people not taking this issue seriously. And Ajit Pai, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I can't. So I'm just going to spell it out for you. Hey, dumbass. We don't want to have to pay to use the fucking internet. We don't want to have to pay you to have a fast, functional internet, okay? We don't want to. And the thing that mind boggles me the most about all of this is that when he said we're not taking this seriously, his campaign is an entire joke. I mean, take a look.
You can still binge watch your favorite shows. Still shop for all your Christmas presents online. Yes, got that bulk deal on fidget spinners. Yes, those Eclipse glasses are so cheap.
This man has got to be stopped. I mean, if that didn't convince you that his entire motive for all of this is that he's in it for the money, he doesn't give a shit about us, then I don't know what will convince you. Because that right there, that entire segment was a fucking joke. That's what that was. He's complaining about us taking this seriously, yet he himself is not taking this seriously. Ajit Pai, I don't know if your mommy and your daddy didn't give you that extra $5 in your allowance, so you've developed this complex where you feel as though you need as much money as you can get, and the best way you can do that is by killing the internet. But you're a retard. You're an asshole. You have a plump face, and you need to stop. This is not only hurting us when we want to, just use the internet in its entirety, but it's also going to hurt entrepreneurs, small businesses, and all that jazz. Because here's the thing. What he's trying to do essentially is control the internet in its entirety, meaning certain ads, certain things, certain companies, whatever. Whoever he doesn't approve of, they are instantly blocked, and they can't really do anything about it. He just blocks them in their entirety, meaning he just does not want that content to be seen. Whatever he doesn't like, or whatever companies he gives the power to doesn't like, they can just block it all. So essentially, if they don't approve of something, they have the power to take that away. They have the power to erase what they don't approve from existence. It's terrible. It honestly is. So it hurts small businesses. It hurts innovation, and it just hurts the internet in its entirety, man. I don't know what kind of world you live in where an internet can be controlled by one person or two big main companies is just, but it's not. I'm not the only one when I thought this, and that is when I go to Pornhub, RedTube, AlohaTube, or hell, even when I'm in the mood for hentai, anime porn, Hentai Haven, I don't want to have slow internet. I don't want to have to pay those. I don't want to have to pay those websites. I don't want to have to pay to see my Lisa Ann. I don't want to have to pay to see my Carmela Bing, my Diamond Jackson, my Nikki Hartz, and my anime hentai. I don't want to have to pay you for all of that. I don't want to have to do that. And I don't want to have to go back to, the caveman days where we pretty much had to jack it off to a magazine page. I don't want to have to do that, okay? That's just uncivilized, man. Civilization is when you got the screen in front of you and you're playing the video in its entirety. So, yeah. So, I mean, and guys, you don't have to be shy about admitting to this. You honestly don't. It's a natural bodily thing that we all do at least once in our life. At least once. I jack off in the morning and in the night. Those are the 2 times where I jack off. I'm not even going to deny it. Why would I? It's a natural thing. Why should I feel shame about it? And the thing about this is, I'm going to have to feel shame if I have to pay for it. And that's fucking disgusting. Stop. Ajit Pai, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't like you. I honestly do not like you. I don't think the majority of America likes you at the moment. Hell, maybe the entirety of the world. If so, I feel nothing but hatred for you. I don't know what to say, you guys. Other than contact your Congress, contact the courts, contact your representatives, contact whoever by clicking these links in the description below. Because despite what many people are saying, the fight is not over. You can still contact your representatives. You need to not spam them, but you need to constantly call them. You need to call them at least twice a day, because I am not about to sit here and let this fight be over without giving it a good fight, my boys. I'm not about to let this happen. I'm not about to let this Oompa Loopa looking motherfucker make me have to pay for my internet. It's not happening. With that being said, and if you want specifics, I'll leave links to Philip DeFranco as well as the Humanist report if you want specifics on this issue. Ajit Pai, if you somehow manage to see this, you're a clown, you're an idiot. Anyone who supports you is a clown and an idiot as well. Because you're trying to revert us back to the days of the caves. And simply put, we as a society will not deal with that. We will not tolerate it. We will fight you to our very last breath. With that being said, you guys, do not give up. Hope is not gone. Fight this man. Fight everyone who stands with this man. We outnumber him. And with that being said, if you guys like this video, rate it 1 through 10. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that fun crap. And as always, this is your boy, Nick Browen, out with a yang. Oh, and a Ajit Pai, right quick. Here's the thing you might want to keep in mind. This country is a fucking democracy. The majority rules, dumbass. So, fuck off.